Could you please introduce yourself?
Hello again, Victor. My name is Jim Beute, and this is my take on the old-timey battleship USS Arizona.
Can you take us through what was the building process of this MOC?
The building process. Usually my wife gives me a small model of a ship, and she knows I'm never going to build that ship. I'm going to use that to kind of discipline the dimensions. So if I know that the turret is twice as long as it is wide, I just scale up from a little plastic model that my wife gives me. And then I've got a big pile of bricks, and I just make my big pile of bricks look like the ship.
What exactly inspired you to make this MOC?
For this model, about a year ago, I had done another model. In fact, the aircraft carrier Kaga that launched the strike that sunk the Arizona. And in the video from the Beyond the Brick guys, like yourselves, they said, "Hey, what are you doing next?" And I said, "I don't know. What should I do next?" So I asked their viewers, "What should I do next?" Put it in the comments, and they said, "Hey, how about the Arizona?" And that's what inspired me to do the Arizona, because I looked at it and I said, "Hey, that's a neat ship, and I'll try that."
Nice. And can you tell me more about the ship's details and about the cannons and about the flags?
Sure, I can tell you a little bit. So I guess the cannon up front, she had 14-inch guns, and when she was built in 1914, that was the biggest naval gun you're going to find. And for the Navy to put 3 of those in a turret and put 4 of those turrets on one ship, she was a powerful battery of artillery. At the lower level, her secondary armament, the bottom level they're all 5-inch guns, but the bottom level are for anti-surface defense, and the top level are anti-aircraft defense. You asked about the flags. The only colorful thing here, we've got the little signal flag bags there, and when the ships would talk to each other with signal flags, they would pick the right flag out of that bag and send it up the lanyard here to fly off the signal mast and communicate with other ships that way.
Nice. How many pieces are in this MOC?
Oh boy, I have no idea. Thousands and thousands.
Wow. Did someone help you with this MOC?
No, this is pretty much me. I'm retired. My son is finally gone off to college, so he doesn't help me with the MOCs anymore, so it's just me. So I'm the lone wolf here building these things.
What is your favorite area of this MOC?
My favorite area. I like the small anti-aircraft guns, and under the hood there's just a single Lego small size motor that goes into a rat's nest of gears and axles that distribute it throughout the ship, so that all those guns that are moving right now are hooked up to one single motor that just goes back and forth. That's my favorite.
And is this MOC going to in any other conventions?
We've got a show coming down to Hampton Roads in October, so I'll probably keep it together for that. But after that, I'll probably recycle it and build some other ship or something out of it.
How are you going to destroy this MOC?
I'll just take it apart. I used to do stuff where I'd push it off the table, but people got upset about that. They didn't like breaking MOCs, so I do that in private now, so nobody has to see that.
Nice. And what was the most hardest thing to build in this MOC?
Hardest thing, the big turrets. So the big turrets, they move lefty, righty, and uppy, downy. You can see those guys. And inside the turret, I've got a motor and just another rat's nest of tiny little worm gears going back and forth, trying to make that uppy, downy for the big turrets on there for the elevation of the guns. And squeezing all of that in the size of that turret and still making the turret look right was the hardest part for me anyways.
Wow. Do you think, are you ever going to make any other, what is your next MOC going to be?
My next big one, I've done a few boats in the past. I'm going to try something different, but a little similar. If you're familiar with the space battleship Yamato, it's an old anime cartoon where they take the old Yamato battleship and they turn it into a spaceship. I'm going to try one of those about this size, and we'll see if that works.
Nice. And what is your least favorite part about this MOC?
Least favorite part? These scout airplanes on the back, these Kingfishers, they're a detailed airplane, and at this scale, even at this scale, I didn't do a good job with that. There's a lot of studs showing on them. I think they are ugly Kingfishers, but a couple people have recognized them as Kingfishers, so I guess I did okay, but that is my least favorite part of that.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Victor. I appreciate your time. Have a good day. Again, underneath each there's just a single gear, and then hidden under here is just a rat's nest of worm gears and stuff to get the uppy downy to go really slow. And then underneath there, shouldn't have done that. And I've got a little pull some more out so we get to it. But underneath there, there's a battery pack which goes to my infrared receiver back here, and then just a single motor which turns that axle, and it turns both of these guys will go. Both these guys will go lefty righty with that, and then the other one is to go uppy downy. So that's one way of skinning the cat.